I already know that you are an investor. How could I possibly know that? Hi, my name's Keith Weinhold. I'm the host of the long-running Get Rich Education podcast, the show that's made more ordinary people wealthy than nearly any other podcast in the world. I'm also a writer at Forbes magazine. Look, I already know that you're an investor, even though you and I may not have met, because every day, every dollar that you spend and every minute that you spend is an investment in something. If you decided to stop at the car wash on the way home from work today, meaning you had 15 less minutes of free time or time with your family, well, that was an investment in maintaining your car. So we're always making these investor choices. If you have someone in your life that asks you, why are you always concerned about investing? Why don't you look into producing something? Well, we're all investors, especially people that trade their time for dollars at work. We make hundreds of investment choices every day. And you know what? When it comes to those investment choices, when you invest in real estate, like what we do at Get Rich Education, where you buy a rehabilitated property, you're providing someone with sound housing. You're definitely doing good in the world. When you provide them with clean, safe, affordable, and functional housing, you are necessary. You're both cleaning up a neighborhood, making a community better, one home at a time, and you're providing shelter to somebody. So as an investor, you are a person of value. So the takeaway is that everyone's an investor, and you're really doing the right thing. When you invest in real estate, you're paid 5 ways at the same time. Stock investors are paid 1 way with a capital gain, and maybe 2. So doing the right thing is more important than doing things right as an investor. You could do everything right over here on the stock side where you're paid 1 way or 2 ways at the same time, but you don't have access to other people's money that way. So typically, you're not going to have a good retirement. That's why we're in a retirement crisis today. Over here on the real estate side, now you're doing the right thing. And within that, now it makes sense to start doing things right, where you're paid 5 ways simultaneously and you're using other people's money. So be the best investor that you can be. And when you provide people with housing, you are of real value to society. That's the importance of being an investor.
71% of Americans aren't saving enough for retirement. It's going to get worse as people live longer, and you need to start thinking differently. But you can't lose your time. Real estate is the investment vehicle that's made more ordinary people wealthy than anything else. Keith Weinhold of Get Rich Education is host of one of America's top investing shows, Disrupting Wall Street. He's an international best-selling author, a writer for Rich Dad Advisors, and has been an active income property investor since 2002. He has created thousands in passive monthly income for countless followers. And now he has a free book, The 7 Principles for Creating Wealth in Your Life. Get your copy now at getricheducation.com/book. That's getricheducation.com/book. Because invest in what produces income for you now and later. Keith Weinhold is your guy. Sign up now at getricheducation.com/book.